Alright everybody, so today I'll be breaking down Ricky Hatton versus Manny Pacquiao, which lasted for 2 rounds. Let's get right into it. I'll talk about feinting with their body, stepping out at an angle, countering with the right hook, and all of that stuff. So to start off, we'll be looking at Pacquiao taking away the offense of Ricky Hatton. Now, how did he do that? He did that by stepping out at an angle. Okay, so as you guys know, what do we know about Ricky Hatton? Ricky Hatton goes straight in. Ricky Hatton goes forward. And so what Pacquiao did in order to avoid getting pressured and getting hit by Hatton is combining lateral movement, and whenever Pacquiao throws, he gets out at an angle. And so you'll see that happen here. Instead of going straight back and hitting the ropes, what Pacquiao will do here is he will step out at an angle. And so instead of going straight back to the ropes, he will go to the side and step out at an angle, get out at an angle. And he'll do the same thing here. He throws and then he steps out at an angle. There it is. He hopped out, but he didn't hop out straight back. He hopped out going to the left side. And so Ricky Hatton cannot catch him straight in. Okay, and so now that Pacquiao takes away the offense of Ricky Hatton, he now has the ability to establish his own offense, which is focus on the right hook. And so what we'll see here is Pacquiao will not lead with the right hand or with the right jab. He will actually lead with the right hook. And so what he does here is he leans over to the left side, making it an off-angle right hook. And then he will step out on the outside foot of Ricky Hatton. And so his right foot is outside the left foot of Ricky Hatton, and he will throw that right hook. And then he ducks under right there to avoid the possible counter shots by Ricky Hatton. So he ducks under here, okay? Very responsible defensively. And we'll see that again on this sequence. Pacquiao will again lead with the right hook, and then he leans over to the left side, cutting off or avoiding any possible counter shots by Ricky Hatton. If Ricky Hatton tries to throw a left hook, he won't be able to do that. If Ricky Hatton tries to counter with the right hand, Pacquiao is down under, and so he won't be able to land that as well. And so Ricky Hatton started throwing, and then when he threw his shots, Pacquiao will use the right hook to counter it over the top. And so what we'll see here is Hatton will throw a jab, and then Pacquiao will lean over to the left side as always, avoiding the possible right hand, and then he throws the right hook counter over the top, and then he will duck under here again to avoid any follow-up shots by Ricky Hatton. And then sometimes it will get into a clinch, get close, and so he will do that once again here. All right, there he steps in first with the jab, he fakes the jab, and then he throws the jab here, forcing a reaction from Hatton. And then Hatton was forced the counter with a jab, and then Pacquiao counters him with a right hook over the top again. And then again he leans over to the left side. Now what does Hatton do? Instead of initiating, Ricky decided to play the waiting game, and then he counters the right hand, whether it's a right jab or a right hook. He counters it with a left hand, either a left jab or a left hook. And so we'll see Hatton waiting here. Pacquiao will throw a jab, and what Hatton will try to do is he'll try to counter this over the top, returning the favor to Pacquiao, and then counter the right jab with the left hook. But then Pacquiao was very good at getting out. And he'll do that once again here. He'll play the waiting game, and then here Pacquiao will throw the right hook. And then Hatton will check him with a left hook, and then he'll pivot up, and then he'll pivot out. He's gonna pivot out. And so Here again, he'll play the waiting game. He'll wait for Pacquiao to throw a right hook, but this time he got caught. And so when he tried to check the right hook with the left hook, it's too late. And so he got caught, and then here he got knocked down. Now we'll see how he got knocked out, okay? Here what we'll see is Pacquiao will lean over to the left side once again. He will throw a jab, and then what Hatton will try to do is he will try to counter this with a left hook. I don't know if he was expecting a right hook to follow up with that, or he was expecting just a jab, or he just countered it for the sake of the jab. I don't know if he countered it. Because of the jab or because of the upcoming right hook, but he decided to check it with the left hook here, not keeping his right hand on his face and then getting caught with a left hook. Either way, what happened was Ricky Hatton expected a right jab or a right hook, and then he tried to check it. He tried to counter it with the left hook on the way in, but then it was actually a left hand, and he did not see it. He did not see that punch coming, and then he got knocked out.